Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back for some more scrap. So, just in case if you haven't subscribed, make sure to subscribe, like, and leave a comment. And stick around for our video. Someone asked us before if there's ever a day where we don't find any scrap. And honestly, no. There's days where we don't find much. There's days where we find a little bit, and there's days where we find so much that, you know, we just have to go back for the trailer and get more. So it just depends, but I mean, honestly, you can find scrap anywhere, like really anywhere. I mean, there's, you know, of course, copper, brass, stainless steel, aluminum. You have your cables as well, so yeah, there's always something. Even some cans and bottles. Which Mr. Volt is on a trip to the scrap yard again for the second time today. So earlier he took some cables and metal, and then right now he's taking some cans and bottles. So the scrap is always keeping us busy. And we'd like to say a big thank you and shout out to our first member on here, Amy Gaines. So thank you so much. So she's also a member on our other channels as well, but we want to say a big shout out on here because it really does help. So thank you. So, and before we got the trailer, we weren't able to take a lot of the steel, like really hardly anything, because it did take up too much space with the car. But now we're able to take it, so I mean, Mr. Volt is pretty much at the scrapyard like every other day maybe. So he'll fill up a full load, take it in, and yeah, that's a big help. So yeah, we're pretty much taking like whatever we can take now. And someone asked too about like face mask, if Mr. Volt wears one, and he does, but not when he's doing the recordings because he has a mouthpiece like to hold the GoPro. But we would highly suggest, you know, if possible, because I mean, look at all this like sawdust and debris stuff flying all over. So yeah, if you're able to, then that would probably be best. So, and also, if you guys have any other questions or comments, feel free to leave them. We try to answer as many as we can, and then maybe, you know, feature a few occasionally as well. He has to clean the lens because, yeah, sometimes with the GoPro, if it gets dusty or dirty, then the video doesn't come out as clear. So, just a little tip if you use a GoPro. And he hasn't shown his inverter for a while, but yeah, looks like the fan works. So, and he did buy that like to be able to test things on the spot. Plus he likes all that stuff too. There was a power outage the other day, so like the whole neighborhood was out of power, so yeah, it was all dark at night, and then our neighbor, she's like, why do you guys have power? Because Mr. Volt has all his generators and all this stuff, and yeah, we had the lights on, we had our TV, we were watching a movie. So yeah, Mr. Volt likes all that stuff. So that's why he gets excited whenever he finds like LED lights in the dumpsters. I think that's probably like his favorite stuff to find. I mean, I guess besides copper and brass, but yeah, he loves his lights. And Sophie, she got scared because the power just shut off. So we have like these emergency flashlights as well. those ones are really good too. If anybody is interested in that, I will put a link in the description for one. But they so they plug into the wall and then they turn on whenever there's a power outage. So it's like an emergency light, you know, flashlight. So Sophie right away, she went to try to get it, and she was walking around the house with the little flashlight. But luckily, Mr. Bolt had his batteries and all this stuff, so he was able to turn on the lights. And Mr. Volt found this little tiny, it's like a small LED light, and he couldn't get it to work. He kept messing with it, and then he gave it to Sophie to play with, and then a couple minutes later she's over there shining the light in her face, like yelling for us that she got it to work. And as you can see, we do find a lot of those GoPro like accessories, so that's pretty nice too. I mean, I'm sure you can probably like maybe make a lot of that or something, put them on eBay. So this is a power station. A lot of these companies too, they will just throw away stuff like brand new. So they'll throw it away like with the packaging and everything. Sometimes they just take one part from whatever it is and then they'll throw the rest away. So that's something also. But like if you do sell on eBay, you can list things for parts or repair, and if it's like incomplete, then you can just put it like that and, you know, put whatever it's missing. But there's a lot of things too that you can put, you know, besides just scrapping. So yeah, it's just yeah, it's up to you how you like to do it. So I think Mr. Volt just came back right now. I heard them in the back right now, so I will find out how much they got for the cans and bottles and put that up on the screen. Hopefully I remember to put it up. Sometimes I say that and then I forget. So there's a lot of like different parts and stuff in here too. Mr. Volt likes to check out like a lot of plumbing and electrical. They tend to have more copper and brass. But that's something also, like if you have industrial areas near you, you know, check it out, because a lot of these places, they will throw away so much stuff. There's a place that Mr. Volt likes to check out, and they will throw out like literally trash bags full of cables. There was like a day like he found like probably about 5 trash bags full. That's like hundreds of dollars, I think. It's a lot, because like the cables, you know, you get pretty good money for that. So yeah, he got good money from that, so he kind of keeps an eye on that area and then just checks it out. You know, he has like a schedule. He'll go and you know, look up things. Some places they have more copper, some brass, so I guess it just depends. There was a car place too nearby, and they used to like just leave their rotors out, just stack them up, so that was a good one too. So that one, there was an old man that own that business, like a car restoration type of thing. So we haven't gone by to check it, you know, to see, but it looks like it's different, like maybe new owners. So, you know, hopefully everything's good with the owner, because he was really nice. He used to let Mr. Volt come by and pick up the rotors, and yeah, so he used to leave a lot of stuff, but we haven't seen any recently. So there was like books and looked like a little case for like a camera. So here, someone left their dishes. Made in Japan. Those are pretty too. I mean, a lot of times you find like vintage like items like that, and it's gonna have made in Japan on it. And one almost got away, but not quite. So this video is from a while ago, but we still have so many videos that we haven't put out. So in case anyone recognizes that vase right there, that was from a project that we did. I'm not sure what that is. Let's see. I don't know. Well, that's a sink. The sinks are really good too, especially like the older ones. They have like some chunky brass and a lot more copper and stuff than the newer ones. Some kind of tubing. So it looked like the end had like maybe some brass, I'm thinking. And a lot of times these bags, they have little bits and pieces, so Mr. Volt will sometimes just go through it and find as much as he can. Kind of just depends on where he's at too, because a lot of places, if they're fine with him, like he can take his time and then just really like go through things. He doesn't have to go all over, like if he finds a good dumpster. And then there's other times where, you know, like we're out, especially like retail, we don't take as much time, but I guess it just depends on the dumpster. And also like screws like that, Mr. Volt likes to take those because, I mean, those are good screws, so that saves him from having to buy some. He's always needing screws, so yeah, he'll take them. I mean, they're in the box like ready to go, so it doesn't get much easier than that. And I believe these sheets right here that's taken off are aluminum. So you can just peel them off and they're good to go. And he does find those a lot too. So like I said before, you know, it gets easier like the more you go out there and do it. Because when you first start scrapping, it's like kind of like you don't know where to start and what to get besides cans and bottles. But I think later, you know, you start to get more and more and it gets easier and easier. So sometimes we'll take things like that as well. Especially now with the trailer, we take more wood. We also have a couple people that will request, you know, pieces of wood, so we'll hold that. Not every time, but usually. So this one right here, Mr. Volt found, and yeah, these places, they just throw it out. So he just collected all the shelving and put it together, and he sold it on OfferUp, and I believe for the whole thing it came out to like, I want to say it was like $60. But yeah, some of this stuff is pretty expensive, so if you find this type of stuff, then yeah, there's people out there that will buy it. So, you know, if you gotta think how much steel you have to bring in for $60, where, you know, a box of this shelving can sell for $60. And it sold right away also too, so that was good. And if you ever find like parts like this, you can take the screws, any paperwork that it has, and you can just include it with whatever it is. Mr. Holt just took all of them. There's a good piece right there. And of course, let us know again if you scrap, what you scrap for, your favorite finds, your weirdest finds. Feel free to leave them in the comments, because of course we'd love to hear from you guys. And of course, want to give a big shout out to our subscribers. So make sure to leave your comment, because we do pick one subscriber at random, and we will feature that subscriber on our next video, just to say a little thank you. Because we really do appreciate all of you guys so much. You guys are awesome, and make sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment, and enable that bell notification. And have a nice day. Bye.